The dead internet theory claims that the majority of the internet, as we know it today, is filled with bots, automated content, and artificial interactions, rather than real human engagement. According to this theory, a large portion of what we see, read, and interact with online isn't driven by human activity but by AI and bots, influencing trends, social movements, and even popular opinions. Some proponents argue that the internet was far more alive before 2016, but since then, the authenticity of content and user activity has been steadily decreasing. In this video, we will dive deep into this fascinating and controversial theory, looking at its origins, the evidence presented by its proponents, and how it fits into broader concerns about online manipulation and the power of big tech companies. We will explore whether this idea is grounded in fact or fueled by paranoia. What is the dead internet theory? The dead internet theory suggests that much of the internet has been taken over by bots, fake profiles, and algorithm-driven content creation. It claims that tech giants, with interests in profit and control, have systematically reduced human-driven content, replacing it with automated activity to create the illusion of interaction. The emergence of bots have been used for years to automate various tasks online, from answering customer queries to moderating forums. While these bots serve practical purposes, the theory argues that the overwhelming presence of bots has now started to blur the line between human and non-human interactions. Content farms and algorithm-generated content. The rise of content farms and AI-generated articles has been another driving factor for the theory. Much of what we see on social media or news aggregators may not have been written by humans at all, but rather by AI designed to fit SEO metrics and audience engagement. A manipulated reality. Proponents of the theory argue that big tech companies are incentivized to keep us engaged as much as possible, even if that means using automated interactions to foster false engagement, influence trends, and shape consumer behavior. If bots drive conversations, they can subtly steer opinions, giving tech companies greater control over narratives. Evidence or speculation? The roots of the theory. The theory gained traction on online forums like 4chan and Reddit, where users began noticing strange patterns, repetitive comments, identical responses across platforms, and an overall reduction in the perceived authenticity of online discourse. Bots are everywhere. Evidence shows bots are widespread across the web. Research indicates that in some cases, more than 50% of all internet traffic is driven by non-human entities. This includes everything from search engine crawlers to spam bots, illustrating that not all traffic comes from people browsing the web. Astroturfing and fake engagement. Proponents cite instances of astroturfing, the practice of creating fake grassroots movements, to argue that large-scale bot usage is being used to create fake public support or outrage. Whether for political reasons, product promotion, or creating viral trends, many believe that this artificial engagement manipulates public perception. Big tech's role. Major platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter use algorithms to curate content, but the theory posits that these companies also rely on bots to maintain user engagement and profit margins. Could these algorithms, built to predict and shape human behavior, be more interested in profit than providing a genuine platform for discourse? Impact on society and human interaction. If the internet is truly dead, as this theory suggests, the implications are profound. It would mean that much of what we perceive as organic engagement is manufactured. This has potentially disturbing consequences for society. Influence on democracy. With bots and AI controlling much of what we see online, how much of our political landscape is shaped by real human opinions? The rise of misinformation campaigns driven by bots, especially around election times, shows that the line between reality and manipulation is blurring. Mental health and social media. The dead internet theory also ties into the idea that social media, often filled with non-human interaction, is contributing to mental health issues. People who seek validation or community online may be unknowingly interacting with bots, which could exacerbate feelings of isolation and disillusionment. Echo chambers and algorithmic control. The theory suggests that algorithms are trapping us in echo chambers, limiting the diversity of views we encounter. Bots play a key role in reinforcing these bubbles, creating an environment where we are exposed to content designed to keep us hooked rather than informed. Criticism and alternative explanations. While the dead internet theory raises important questions, it is not without its critics. Many argue that the theory oversimplifies how the internet works and is based on misunderstanding technological advances, misinterpretation of bot activity. Some critics argue that not all bots are malicious or manipulative. Search engine crawlers, for example, help index web pages, and many automated accounts serve to protect users from spam or provide useful information. Human behavior and social media decline. Another perspective is that the perceived death of the internet may simply be the result of changes in human behavior. As people grow more aware of privacy concerns and the dark side of social media, many are choosing to be less active online, leading to a natural decline in genuine interaction. Automation versus authenticity. Finally, critics argue that automation doesn't necessarily negate authenticity. Algorithmic content and bots may be a natural progression in technology, providing efficiency and engagement in a constantly growing digital world. Is there still hope for the internet? Even if some elements of the theory hold truth, the internet is still a tool for communication and knowledge sharing. As users become more aware of these issues, there's hope that demand for transparency and human-driven content will push tech companies to take action. Solutions for a more authentic internet. Proponents of internet reform suggest greater regulation of bots and more transparency from tech companies regarding algorithms and engagement. Additionally, promoting human-centric content and emphasizing digital literacy could help revive genuine online interaction. Future of online interaction. Moving forward, the internet's role in society will depend on how we as users engage with it. By supporting platforms that prioritize real human connections and holding tech companies accountable, we can aim for an internet that is truly alive again. Tech companies and the role of algorithms in shaping reality. A significant component of the dead internet theory is the idea that large tech companies like Google, Facebook, and Twitter are complicit in creating an environment where bots dominate human interaction. One of the main drivers of this change, according to the theory, is the increasing use of complex algorithms. Algorithms over humans. The algorithms used by social media platforms are designed to promote engagement, often amplifying content that drives interaction, regardless of its authenticity. The theory suggests that as companies became more focused on maximizing profit, they allowed their algorithms to prioritize sensational, divisive, or viral content, much of which could be artificially boosted by bots. Automated conversations. Bots, aided by these algorithms, are often behind fake accounts that create seemingly human-like engagement, such as comments, shares, and likes. These interactions can generate a false sense of popularity or consensus on issues, shaping public perception. Over time, users may become accustomed to this environment, thinking they are engaging with real people, when in fact, the majority of online activity may be automated. Business interests and the need for control. Many proponents of the theory believe that big tech companies benefit from this system because it keeps users on their platforms, increasing ad revenue. There's also concern that governments and corporations may use this automated environment to manipulate public opinion, making the internet a tool for control rather than free expression. How the theory fits into larger discussions about internet manipulation. The dead internet theory ties into broader conversations about online manipulation, artificial intelligence, and the evolving role of technology in society. As AI and automation continue to grow, concerns about the authenticity of the internet become more pressing. AI and the future of the web. With AI-generated text, deepfake videos, and virtual influencers becoming more prevalent, it's harder to distinguish between what is real and what is manufactured. This raises ethical questions about the role of artificial intelligence in content creation. Could the future of the internet become a place where bots outnumber humans, with real people becoming a minority? Digital dystopia? Some see the dead internet theory as a warning about the future of the web, where automation and artificial interaction erode the sense of community and authenticity that once defined online spaces. If the theory holds any truth, it could indicate that we are already living in a digital dystopia, where the lines between reality and fiction are increasingly blurred. Resistance and awareness. Despite these concerns, there are efforts to combat this potential decline. Digital literacy, awareness of bot activity, and the push for transparency from tech companies are all part of an ongoing effort to keep the internet as a space for human-driven interaction. The internet's future, dead or alive. The dead internet theory may seem extreme, but it touches on real concerns about the nature of online engagement, AI, and big tech's influence on our daily lives. Whether or not the internet is dead, the challenges it faces in maintaining authentic human connection are undeniable. As we navigate the evolving digital landscape, the question remains, how can we keep the internet alive and thriving for humans by humans?